Any of you remember the Febreze commercials? You know, I mean, I was a kid when I saw them on TV back when there was like cable and stuff, but you those commercials were liars. They lied. They would sit in a room and it was visibly full of garbage, literal shit, diapers and dirty laundry, disgusting stuff, right? And then they bring the actor in blindfolded and they're just like, "Oh my god, it smells like roses. It smells pretty good. What is that? Is that lavender?" And thinking about it, it wouldn't smell that nice. It wouldn't smell that grand. It would be like no disrespect to Febreze, but if you Febreze a room, it doesn't smell all beautiful. It smells like Febreze mist, like Febreze water droplets, like Febreze. But in those commercials, they made it seem like it wasn't Febreze. It was just magical. Eliminates all odors. Odors. But it's just creating its own odor. Just droplet, like water drop, like Febreze splashes everywhere in the room, in the atmosphere. Yeah. Febreze is a fraud. But basically what I'm trying to say is Febreze is a fraud. Febreze himself is a fraud. Hey, welcome to Tipical. I was just seeing someone on the internet, and there's a few of these people where they look like celebrities. There's lookalikes. You're just a normal looking person, but then there's the celebrity version of you. And it's crazy that some of these normal people that have really close celebrity lookalikes, they become that celebrity. Like they essentially become, like, for example, Michael Jackson. There's a few Instagram accounts or people out there that impersonate him, that try to be him. Maybe it's out of a place of endearment of, oh, I really like Michael Jackson. Or maybe it's just luck of the draw that you look exactly like Michael Jackson. So now that's your life. That's your job, to be someone who looks like Michael Jackson. And the reason I'm saying this is because is it not kind of crazy that some people, as their jobs, is to just look like someone? It's to just look like someone. Like, okay, it's different from cosplaying, right? Because cosplaying, you're dressing up, you're putting on all this makeup, and you're essentially becoming a character from a movie or show or whatever. Your favorite character. These people who look like certain celebrities, maybe they don't even like that celebrity, but they just look like them. So they have it as an option to be a job, to just look like someone. One I've seen specifically is like on TikTok, there's like someone, I think she's Russian, and she looks really close to Scarlett Johansson. And I genuinely thought it was Scarlett Johansson, but it's not. And her whole thing is dressing up as Black Widow, and like she acts like Black Widow. That's like her whole thing, to look like this person, to look like Scarlett Johansson. That's literally her job. Is that not crazy? Is that not weird? Like, is it not? Is it? It's because it's different from, if you cosplay as someone, you're putting in the time, the effort, and like the energy to look like something. But if you just genuinely were born as a lookalike, you're able to just be someone and have a job like that. Like, is that not strange? Like, let's imagine your boy, all right? I don't know, maybe I'm a celebrity, I'm famous, I'm big time famous, and I have access to a lab, and I'm like, yo, clone me, make another me, but fuck him up just a tiny bit so that way he doesn't look exactly like me. And then they're like, sure, no problem, we'll do something with his eye. And then he has a lazy eye. So now this clone version of me with the lazy eye is on social media, and they're like, oh my god, you look exactly like Preston Pimentel. dude, this isn't Preston Pimentel. No, look at his eye. That's obviously not Preston Pimentel. His eye's messed up. And now this clone version of me is making me money. Or really, he's making money impersonating me. So now am I losing out? No, because it's my clone. I made the deal. I was like, hey, I brought you into this world. I can take you out of this world. You pay me. You are a revenue because you look like me. Passive income. Sorry, I got a little ahead of myself there. But still, like, genuinely, like, is it not weird that if you look like something, if you look like someone, you can do that as a job? And that as a job, is that not weird? Like, I'm sure at the same time, I'm sure those people who look like certain celebrities, it's gotta suck to always be compared to or just get hit with, oh, you look like Scarlett Johansson. And then, you get hit with that so much and so often that you become Scarlett Johansson. There's no, I think I might have just cracked the code. I think I understand it now. All these people who are like, hey, you look like Michael Jackson, as they were told that as kids, and then just that became their personality. That became everything about them. Was just the one compliment. Because the first time someone says it, it's a compliment. The next time, or maybe it might be an insult or a compliment. Depends on who you're getting compared to. But the first time they ever say it, it's taken a certain way, and that just sticks with that child. And then they become Michael Jackson in their 20s to their 30s. And when they lose that look, maybe they try to look like Robert De Niro. They go from Michael Jackson to Robert De Niro. How? I don't know. Plastic surgery. The future's going to be crazy. I don't know. I don't understand everything. I was just thinking I would really like to swag up the set just a little bit. Maybe if add a little art pieces every now and then. What if I had a statue to the side? There's some space over to the right, but maybe I add a statue of myself and there's a dinosaur next to me. That would be cool. Wouldn't make sense. It doesn't really have a sentiment thing to the podcast, having a dinosaur statue of me, because I've never really, it's not a significant moment. It's not a top 10 highlights from Tipical, but I would really like to have drawings, fan drawings, fan art, or just, stuff like that. But I'm not at that level yet. I mean, I could add just some generic stuff here and there, but what can you truly add to a couch, I mean, I could back up the camera because we got some space to the sides. We got the little overhang above me. You could do some stuff. Don't get me wrong, I really enjoy the couch setup and stuff, but when I've looked at other podcasts and their setups, and I like looking at different arrangements and videos and stuff, and I see some of theirs, and obviously they're big time, they're famous, and they got a lot of fan art, they got a lot of cool stuff, they got a lot of stuff that tells you about their show in the background. It gives it character. And not saying I don't have character or flavor, but, it's a couch. It's a brown couch with 2 pillows and a light behind me. Doesn't really scream this podcast has some history. Even though it does. It's been going on for 2 years. But, I think at some point I would like to add art. Whenever, if any listeners or viewers out there, if you're some sort of artist, even if you're a terrible one, look, if you're a terrible artist, I would just, whoever the first person to send me art, I would totally have it up somewhere, because it would be significant. It would be the first time no matter how bad or terrible or beautiful it is, it's the first art piece that was sent. So I would totally hang it up. Now, unless it's like hella bad, then I'd act like it never got shown up in the mail. I'd be like, I never got it. No, it never happened. I have seen articles and I have learned that OnlyFans is stopping explicit content, and they plan on, they're doing like OnlyFans TV, OFTV, which is a weird thing. Why are things going TV? Like, why because TV stands for television. Like, there's YouTube TV, there's Hulu TV, there's other companies' TV. Like, anyway, that wasn't my point. Sorry. So yeah, back to OnlyFans. They're stopping explicit content, and I don't know. I don't know the exact terms and stuff. I just know the very basic, broad, general headlines. I don't read. I haven't gone in depth, but most headlines are being like, "Oh no, there's not going to be explicit content." Now, most people, that's like, "Oh, so there's not going to be pornography there?" Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's what that means. So there's definitely a lot of people who do OnlyFans as their job. I'm sure they're probably upset and feel betrayed. Like, let's be honest. That's what made OnlyFans. That's what made it as popular and as big as it is because of pornography and stuff like that. So like, it's weird to just be like, hey, you guys, all of you, so many of you, you have made this site. Thank you. We're kicking you out. You're done. You're out of here. You're on this ship. You've helped maintain this ship. But where we're heading, we don't need that anymore. We're picking up some new. We're hoping to pick up some new crew members where we're heading, though it might not happen. Like, that is the ultimate betrayal. That is just screwing over your peers, your workers, that's just being like, nah, you guys have had enough pleasure and pleasuring each other. That's done. You know what? This is OnlyFans for a second. You want to know what my pleasure is? Screwing all of you over, because you guys have been screwing. I'm done. I'm out. You're out of this business. You're out of this company. We're through. We're gonna have children's shows now. we're gonna Bro, that's like Disney doing the opposite. Disney, instead of going from like children and family friendly content to just being like, yeah, we're gonna open up a pornography site. OnlyFans is doing the complete opposite. They're going like, well, we've had pornography on here, but you know what? You know what we don't have? We don't have a show for children to learn their ABCs. We don't have sitcoms. We need some family friendly content on this channel, on this account, on this website, whatever it is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's ironic and kind of funny. But it's also sad. RIP to all those pornography accounts. I mean, they're not dead. They're just moving. They're going to move somewhere else, probably, most likely. And speaking of pornography, back to school is happening. So, thoughts? Everyone's thoughts on teacher porn? Thoughts? Let's hear. You guys like being schooled while... I don't know where I was going with that. But back to school is happening. School is happening again. You know what I've noticed? In a lot of that genre, the teacher pornography, it's not really those classrooms, now that we think about it, like, they're not really set in like college looking classrooms. It's a little weird. You know, they look like really small desks. Doesn't look very college-esque, though in the titles they're like college and stuff. So, you know, who am I to... I don't know every school. I've only seen the college I've been to. Maybe some colleges just have high school looking classrooms. Another thing I've also thought of, actually, no, it does go both ways. I was going to say, I feel like, isn't it like always the teacher or the professor is always like a really attractive lady, and like it's always like the guy that's the student. But then I've also there is, I can't, it goes both ways. There's also like the guy as the teacher, and then like the girl as the student, you know? A weird genre. It is okay. I've got to say, why has this genre taken the storm? And I'm talking about like step, relation pornography, that kind of, step sibling or step parent or whatever. Why is that? Why is that like everywhere? It's also a meme. What can't there? So maybe that's helped its popularity. But do people watch that and they enjoy the idea, the fantasy of the step thing, whatever? Because I think it's a little strange. I won't lie. Or do people just watch those videos just because of the actresses and the actors in it, and they just don't care about the title or anything? But then it's like, what are you doing? Like, you're watching stuff with no filters. You're just like, watch that. Like the title. You don't care about I don't know how to describe it. Because then at that point, it's like also weird. Like, what if you're watching the weirdest title of a video, but you just don't acknowledge it? What I'm trying to understand is, why is it so popular, and why is it why do people, why? It's not my favorite. I'll tell you that right now. It's not mine. It's not my I don't really go to those videos. It's not it's not the type of content I like to consume. Because it is strange. It is. I'm just trying to understand, like, do people like the fantasy or the idea of it? Or do people really just click a video, they just see people, they see the title, but they don't acknowledge the title, they just watch the video, and they don't care about the story? Because I'm a storyteller, right? I like, the plot is kind of important. Because then you're like, where are these characters? Where did they meet? Where is this going? And that goes back to like the whole teacher thing. You got the beginning. You got, oh, well, it's obviously there's a student. Oh, there's a teacher. I mean, you get the dynamic. But in this story, the dynamic is kind of weird. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just questioning. I like to understand things more. I like to get a better viewpoint on things. But yeah. Let's move on. I feel like we've been talking about pornography for quite some time. Enough of the sexual content and explicitness. Let's talk about geese and ducks. They're kind of annoying. They're kind of a nuisance, just a little bit. I don't mind ducks that much, but geese and I, we got problems. I'm not a fan. I'm really not. And I've actually learned, thanks to national parks and just parks in general, we've created like safe spaces. And that's why there's so many geese. They land there specifically because they know it's a safe area. They know there's not going to be like a fox or a coyote that's just going to and get them and eat them. So that's why there's so much goose feces and pheromones and feathers and whatnot around parks. And ducks specifically. And ducks. I'm forgetting ducks, but again, they don't bother me as much. Like, we gotta do something about them. They're kind of annoying. And there's a lot of them. To be honest, they're There's a little too many. So what's our solution? Just throw a couple foxes at the park. Maybe a few rabid, wild coyotes. Keep your babies next to you when you go for walks, and our geese problem in America will dissipate. It'll slowly go away. Also, if you have a small dog, maybe you might want to pick it up when you're walking through the park, because obviously bigger dogs like a coyote and a fox. I don't know. Is a fox a dog? I'm not sure. Fernando, can you search if a fox is a dog? By the way, Fernando is he's a producer here. You guys, this is the first time you've heard me say his name. But a fox is a dog. Okay. So, we got other canines at this park. So maybe you might want to take care of your small dog, because it's no longer safe. But look, parks were never safe. There's geese. There's hundreds of geese around there. You think that's a safe environment? No. Geese have diseases. Geese hiss like velociraptors for some reason. Geese, their tongues have teeth. Or just sharpness at the sides. Don't know if it's teeth. What I'm trying to say is geese, they're a real issue. They're not. We got to take care of this. And I'm launching this campaign come this fall to put an end. I'm ending it. I'm ending this. I'm ending it. I'm ending this. I'm starting it to end it. No more geese. Maybe coyotes and foxes aren't enough. Because to be honest, they're kind of good at hiding, so I don't know where we get them. Maybe a bear. I've seen a bear, so that's why I know I've also seen a coyote, but I've seen a little more bears than I've seen coyotes in my life. So maybe throw a bear into your local public park. Your geese problems, no more. We got to think of solutions before there's problems. Just got me thinking about our future and upcoming geese war. And ducks. Can't forget ducks. There's a reason geese and ducks roll together. They're allies, in a way. But thank you guys for watching or listening. This is Typical. And again, look to the woods, look to nature, find some wild animals, pick them up, throw them in a park, and there you go. Bye-bye geese. But I'm just saying, it's a real solution. All right, bye. See you next week.